dissect. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listening. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim, I'm gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter, mixing transfer news is what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jim always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue and let you stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping. Always keeps a positive spin. What Kate's doing, the Mickey has her name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like let me stop rubbing, or she's flip flopping. Hell, this place is popping.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. It is Thursday, the 14th of August. It's the day after the night before, which we will look into. And I'm joined by an amazing panel to celebrate the fact that the Premier League returns this weekend, which we will be giving our predictions for. We've got Jimbo, who's just always here. We've got Mr. Chang, live from dusky Malaysia, I think, still. And we've got the lovely Jess from JSY Talks Football. Jimbo, first of all, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. I had a toothache this morning. I've got a bit of a toothache, but I'll manage.
Yeah, battle through, Jimbo.
I'm a tough old bird.
It hasn't stopped you talking, that's for sure. Mr. Chang, how are you?
I'm doing very well here in Malaysia. I'm so glad that you set up the show at noon, as it's just about nice, or that's just about right for me to get off work and do the show. And I cannot wait for the season to get underway. And I'm sure Miss Jessie herself is eager to get the new Premier League season underway. Before that, congratulations to Leeds United's promotion to the Premiership. I'm sure there will be very, very feisty encounters along the way, but nevertheless, absolutely looking forward to the new season. And without further ado, it's back to you, Miss Kate, as always.
Thank you, Chang. And Jessie, lovely to have you. How are you doing, my lovely?
Thanks for having me. I'm doing really well, thank you. Hope you're both doing well. Big up, Chang, as well.
Good, good, good. That's what we like to hear. Well, Jimbo, there's only one place to start, really. And that was last night. Tottenham put in an incredible display. In fact, let me not be rude. Let me say hello to the chat first, and then we'll go on to it. It's because I saw Matt's comment, and it's sending my head a little bit worried because he's in, and his first comment, he's giving it straight away. Chris is here saying, where is the Eze Bomba? Yeah, well, hopefully quiet means that it's going on. Who knows? Big up Luton Dan says, I'm on a short break, so I thought I'd say hello to my favourites, Kate and Jim. Gutted last night, but hey, they're a better team than us, so next time. Big up to you, Fiona. It was a great display yesterday. Big up to Jess and Chang too. Big up to, is this Stacey? Jess. Right. Big up, Stacey. I'm just making sure because I know I get people's names wrong. We got Matt in the house saying we've got Spursy back. Matt, well, you had to win a trophy to even play in that competition last night, something that your mob very rarely do. So keep it stum. Big up Shemtan, says, afternoon, Princess, Kate and Jimbo, Jess, and the longest looking old man, Mr. Chang. Hope you're well. So proud of the boys last night. Played like a team, but just didn't have that cutting edge up front and no quality to keep up the pressure off the bench yet. I think that's the big thing. Good afternoon to you, Simon Hill. Another one saying they're proud of the performance last night. And yeah, Danso was exceptional. Big up Kate and Jim. Big up Thomasin says, should have beaten PSG. You outplayed them. You guys should have been 3-0 up. Yeah, that damn pesky post. Matt's back saying PSG won, but PSG have not played a single pre-season game. They didn't look sharp. Take nothing away from Spurs. Brilliant performance.
Matt, you come in here giving it all the big, large shit, right? You ain't won a trophy for 5 fucking years, right? You ain't won a trophy, so you won't get the chance to play PSG in the final. Right? We won a trophy, so we played them in the final, and we drew with them 2-2. Right?
There you go.
Champions League against them. So you come in here giving it all the big shit, right? We're trophy winners, you're trophy losers. So
trophy dodgers, even. Big up, Giant. Good to see you. Matt says Frank will make you hard to beat. I think that's a guaranteed. Kate, we played in the Super Cup in '94 versus AC Milan and lost. Yeah, well, that's why you shouldn't come in here giving it large. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and you know, half the people in the chat weren't even probably born when you played in it. So
yeah, there you go. Big up Benji says, afternoon everyone, incredibly proud of the team last night. We moved to the future with a new set of ideas and have the right guy in charge. Afternoon to the lovely couple, the young Chang, the lovely banjo queen Jess. Big up Drew La La. Good to see you, my love. But Jim, going back to the game last night, look, 2-0 up, you were sitting there going, all these people that were slagging me off for saying we're going to win 3-0, they're all going to have to apologise to me. We looked home and hosed at one point, and then the substitutions were made, the quality dropped, and the rest is history. I mean, what's your thoughts on last night?
Yeah, that's the difference, Kate. If we'd have had a good bench, right, we don't lose that game last night, and it dropped off massively when we made the changes. But look, we've shown we can go toe to toe with them, right? I love Frank. I wouldn't change him for anybody, Kate. I wouldn't. I think this guy is going to bring our players on leaps and bounds, right? You can see the difference in some of the players already after 4 to 6 weeks. The difference in Bentancur, the difference in Sarr. I mean, there's so many of them look so. Porro even looks better, even though he was playing well. I mean, look, you can see he's going to upgrade these players. He's going to put them on to a few levels above what they are. We get some new players in. We'll be a fault. I love this manager. I said to you, Kate, that when we lost to Bayern, I said he won't fall for that again. He'll adapt and he'll study and he'll get it right for the PSG game. And I was right. This manager, he's really tactically astute, and we're lucky to have him. We are. I mean, Liverpool wanted him. I'm just so glad he never went there. That we ended up with him. I mean, this guy's football knowledge is unbelievable, and we are lucky to have him.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Chang, I know you didn't watch the game because you were being held up in customs and having all sorts of intrusive searches. But have you seen the highlights, and what did you make of it?
I unfortunately haven't seen the highlights as well. I have seen I think I did see the Van der Ven goal in the form of a shot, I believe it was. And the rebound of it was kind of fortuitous, but you make your own luck, and that was a real poacher's goal. But speaking about the game, I'm not going to go on too much about it because as much as I want to dissect it, I can't really give you too much of an opinion, having not seen it. But I will say this about our strength in depth, or rather the lack of it, that was very, very apparent by the players coming off the bench. I honestly thought that if one of those players coming off the bench was the one player who was missing from the traveling team that went to Italy, This particular player was also a very, very pivotal player for us in the Europa League final some 3 months ago, I believe it's been now. And this player is none other than Bissouma. If we had Bissouma to call upon to come off the bench to shut up shop and to shore up that midfield, then I believe the outcome would have been a whole lot different. But unfortunately, Bissouma was left at home for disciplinary reasons, and it comes as no surprise to me, seeing how he himself was in the center of that balloons, the helium balloons or the nitrous balloons or whatever it was from last season. And well, Tiger can't change his stripes, so we were left short, not having to call upon Bissouma when we really needed him to freshen things up in midfield, seeing as how Palhinha was really flagging. But I'm optimistic. I really am optimistic about our chances for this season. And let's just wait and see what kind of signings we're going to get before the end of the transfer window. Because if anything, we need to build upon this wafer thin squad that we have. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. I think if we had a better bench, we win that game last night. But Jess, I think you was doing the watch along. I mean, what did you make of the game?
Look, Thomas Frank turned it round in 6 games, for me, in my opinion, with Ange. It was very unfortunate last night because for 80 odd minutes, you were the better team. And it's a shame because I genuinely thought you were going to win it. You had so many chances last night. But some people had already wrote Spurs off and thought they were going to lose 3, 4, 5. They didn't. They drew. Penalties, it's luck of the draw on penalties, unfortunately. It just wants to be, but there's nothing to be ashamed of because people actually thought you were going to get pummeled yesterday and you didn't. So that's a progression for the start. 2, the players all stepped up yesterday. You can see the difference already in the mentality. Everybody played well defensively, in my opinion. You look more solid defensively, if anything. It changed because of the bench, unfortunately. Players you took off and brought on just were a little bit weaker. But there's nothing to be ashamed of losing on penalties to PSG. I genuinely see a massive change already, and that's only 6 games in, and we haven't even kicked off in league yet. So I genuinely don't think there's anything to be getting out your pram about, to be honest with you. I think it was a very good performance. And we move and we go into the Premier League now. Hopefully the fan base should be confident going into the new Premier League season.
Yeah, I agree. I went on the terrace and we were getting bantered for being Spursy, but I just took so much positives from that game last night. At the end of the day, most people thought we were going to get smashed. I thought we were going to get smashed. And like you say, for 80 odd minutes, we were by far the better team, but we just don't have the strength in depth. And I do agree with what Johnny says. I'm not angry at the players or the performance or the manager, but the board and the chairman need to put the money up so that when we bring on players, they're of equal quality to the ones that have gone off. But I mean, Jimbo, I'm just going to touch on this briefly. The racial abuse that Tell's been getting is there's just no room for it. And at the end of the day, I don't think he should be getting any abuse. You know, he's a young guy. He's 20 years old. He's trying to learn his trade. It is what it is. He had a bad night. It's happened to everybody. You know, Kane's missed penalties. You know,
penalty on Sunday. Did people racially abuse him? No.
Exactly. You know, just I don't believe they're proper fans anyway. But it's just terrible. This guy. We saw what he did to Johnson last year. He had to close all his social media down. It's so uncalled for. It really. I knew they'd scapegoat him. I knew they would.
What makes me laugh? This is what makes me laugh, right? If it is the Spurs supporters doing the abuse, is that Saka missed the penalty for England, and the Spurs supporters got behind him when he was getting abused, right? And yet they're going to abuse a 20-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't. You know what I feel about all this. I just don't get. I can't get my head around it. I mean, said to you before. Does it matter what colour a footballer is? Does it matter if he's Asian, African, English, American? What does it matter? You know, I don't sit there looking at him thinking, oh, the colour of his skin. I look at him as a footballer.
Yeah.
And then to racially abuse him, it's just I don't get it. Honestly, they're just idiots behind a keyboard. With all that behind the keyboard, you know, it's just pathetic. If they should get put in prison if they get caught, you know, then it would stop other people doing it in the future.
Yeah, of course. I mean, as well, just touching on what a few people have been saying, Spence last night was, I mean, he was sensational. This guy is, we loved him, Jim. I remember signing him. Me and you wanted him so bad. And then there was this rumour that his attitude stunk. And we were a bit like, oh, well, we're not going to know till we see him. We've got a real superstar, I think, on our hands with Jed Spence. What do you think?
With Spence, right? I think that he stepped up a level under Ange, right? But then Ange kind of put him a step back by when you doggy come back. He put him straight in the team. I really thought that was unfair. But look, Frank will get out of him what he is, and that's a proper footballer. He's a fantastic footballer. And I said to you when he come to us that if he stays with us and they do give him a fair crack at the whip, we'll be so pleased. You could see he was a footballer, you know. And I just think under Ange, come on, leaps and bounds. I really do. He was phenomenal last night. Absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, Jess, obviously you're a Leeds fan, but was there anyone in Spurs that particularly stood out for you last night?
I thought Danso were brilliant. I thought Sal were brilliant. I thought Benton Core were absolutely fantastic last night, actually, to be fair. I thought there were a lot of players that probably the best I've seen them play for Spurs for a long time. I think they all played really well. Even Richarlison did his little bit. But he did. He had chances. To be honest with you, they all played well.
Yeah.
But you can tell already what he's doing in that squad from last season, which I did watch a lot of Spurs last season to this season already. And I've watched a couple of games in pre-season and obviously last night. And I just think they've all stepped up. And I think, honestly, get Eze in, get Savinho in, and Spurs are cooking this season. I don't care what anyone says. Spurs are cooking this season. I backed them last season with Ange and the one something, and I still think Frank will do something this season. I really do. Positive things to come to Spurs.
No, what? Sorry, Kay. What I said was, I think he come on with Ange, but then Ange kind of put him a step backwards when he stopped playing him and put your doggy back in. That's what I was saying. And now under Frank, he will get his fair crack of the whip.
Yeah. I mean, a few people have said today, I was watching Football Heritage, a few people have said it's the best performance they've seen since the Poch years.
Agreed.
And I would have to agree with that. I thought it was so organised from the front to the back. Everyone played their part, even Richie, who everyone knows how I feel about Richarlison. He did what he had to do. He was unlucky, he hit the post. Papa Mate Sarr was incredible. Just every single player. I can't fault anyone in that first 11, but this is so true. What Perry says, the minute those subs came on, the whole game changed. When Palhinha went off, Kudus went off, the difference in quality, and this is what we had last season as well. I know, obviously, we had Andrew's bit of a fruitcake with his style of play, but you could see, Jess, that they're not up to the same standard as our first 11, are they?
No. The game changed, didn't it, when the substitutions were made? Unfortunately, when I actually come on, tell Solanke, it did change the dimensions of the game, didn't it, to be honest with you?
Yeah.
It really did, and it's a shame, but that's where the board need to look at it now and say, you know what, this is where we do need to strengthen now, because the first 11's good, but the bench ain't good enough. We do need to step up now and get Eze through and Savinho through.
Yeah, exactly. And Chang, there has been rumours today. It started off with Paul O'Keefe, then it went to Romano, then it went to Ben Jacobs, that Tottenham are putting in an official bid today for Eberechi Eze, and that Eze is open to coming to Spurs. What's your thoughts?
Honestly, just pay the release clause, or just pay the fee that Palace want. We have, again, this is a bit of a hindsight, and a hindsight's 2020, but if we had done the business for Morgan Gibbs White the right way, the proper way, through the proper channels, we might even be celebrating a Super Cup win, because he does add something, or rather he does offer something different than both Bissouma and Archie Gray, if we could have called upon him from the bench. And we've already seen us miss out, or rather potentially miss out on Savinho, although I think that's still in talks. But with the way Enoch and Daniel Levy are operating, I think it's going to be another very nail-biting finish to this summer transfer window. I'm not going to speak too much about this, but I will just say this about this potential Eberechi Eze incoming. Get it done and dusted in the next 48 hours before the start of the new season. get him paraded, or rather, let him be unveiled on the opening day of the new season, and maybe, just maybe, that might just improve the mood somewhat come Saturday. And the sooner this gets done, the better, if it's going to happen at all. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, I mean, look, Shem, they're always going to go in lower. We all know they're going to go in lower because they're going to test the waters. It's just what business people do. But look, Jim, do you think there's any chance that Eze comes in? What's your thoughts on how much of a chance there is that we get this guy?
They was just talking about it on Sky Sports, and they said Eze said he wants Tottenham because he wants to go to a team that wins trophies. So he's ruled out Arsenal. I'll say no more, can I? Yeah, I think there's a good chance he'll come in. He said that he wants to come. Look, 55 is a good starting offer. They'll probably meet somewhere between 60 and 65, I reckon.
Why don't we just go in with a 60 and add 8 million in add-ons, and then we've got the release clause paid? That's what I don't understand, because we're desperate. I mean, we're going to be going to Burnley without a proper number 10.
Look, we don't really know if it's 55. It's only rumours, isn't it? I mean, I don't think they're going to release it, or they've offered straight away. So let's see what happens. But I'm confident he can come in. A bit worried about Silvino. Everyone needs a gym. I'm a bit worried about Silvino. It's going to be quiet. But I mean, it could be the quiet before the storm. But it's, I mean, for the last couple of days, there's been no talk of it.
If you could only have one of the two, who would you rather have as Spurs fans? Savini or Eze?
I would think I would take Eze because he's ready to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like both, but I'd take Eze. What about you, Chang? If you had to pick one of Savino or Eze, who are you picking?
Eze, it's a no-brainer. For me, Eze, I think, oh man, this is such a hard one to answer, but for me, it's always been Eze. No disrespect to Savino. I know that he has a lot of potential and is a whole lot younger than Eze, but we have far too many youngsters in our ranks. We have far too many older bears and tells and SARS. So the last thing we need is another one of that similar age group. No disrespect, absolutely no disrespect to the youngsters, but someone like an Eze brings up with him a wealth of experience, as well as silverware winning mentality. Now that he's already won the Community Shield, he won the Community Shield, which came to me as a surprise after they beat Liverpool. And they've also won, I believe it was the FA Cup. Yeah, the FA Cup. So you could say that Eze has more trophies to his name than all of the Spurs players, not counting Romero, of course. So for me, Eze actually fits the bill when it comes to our need for creativity, and more importantly, also he actually adds to our homegrown quota, which has been reduced drastically. If you look at the outgoings, or rather the loans, the Alfie Devines, the Alfie Dorringtons, the Will Langshires, and a whole other glut of players who have been loaned out, just like Mikey Moore. So for me, Eze fits the bill, and if we are to go for him, just pay the release clause. We've been here once too often. We've let so many good players let slip through our fingers because we aren't willing to fork out that extra few million. I say that just pay it, and we will reap the dividends come the end of the season. Having said that, back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, look, Philly, I agree. It shouldn't be a case of either or. We should just go and get both. But we was asked which one if we had to just pick one. I just think Eze will walk into our team and completely transform it. And I think Kudus or however you say it yesterday, he showed that he's so many levels above, and you can see there's more to come from him. And I think someone like Eze linking up with him could be absolutely beautiful. But I think we need to go straight in and offer the release clause. We don't want the Gooners going in and getting him. It makes me love all these Arsenal fans coming in, trying to turn it round and banter us when they literally are the biggest trophy dodgers in the top six. It's actually a fact. So I think you should just keep quiet. Eze will be the poster boy, the maverick in the future. Yep. Caduce needs Eze. Yep. Completely agree. Big up Vindaloo. Says big up Kate, Jimbo, Jess, Chang. The better team lost yesterday. You played well. 5 at the back, breaking up play in the middle and countering. Pity you lost quality from the subs just to drive by, catch you later. And this, Vindaloo, is why we love you, because you always sort of come in and say it as it is. You don't come in with your bias head on trying to banter us. And that's why you're so special to us, Vinders. You're so special. Matt says, can't see it, it's happening. I assume that means us signing Eze. Was you going to say something then, Jess? Sorry. Who said something? Did someone say something, or was it me? Oh, it must have been me making a noise. Wasn't that a great performance by our boys yesterday? I'm so proud of them. And Frank, let's get Eze and Savinho. Afternoon, Mark. Savage just said Spurs have bids 55 million plus 5 million add-ons. Okay, so that we're up to 60. So it's a good starting spot. Just get it up a little bit more.
They work their way up. I reckon they'll probably end up with 60 and 5 add-ons, something like that. He'll save 3 million Levy, and he'll go and have a nice world cruise or something with the 3 million.
So look, you know, you might have been replying to a comment, but I see the term Spursy, and I know you're trying to banter us. This board will see us draw to PSG and not back Frank. I don't agree. I think they will back him. Philly says, Kate, Spurs should show they mean business, and that paying Morgan Gibbs-White release clause was an act by paying the release clause for Eze, 100%. And Matt says, the only way Tottenham bottle the Eze deal is Arsenal offer Trossard and Cash, which can't see happening. I mean,
he's not going to you. He wants to go to a team that wins trophies, and that is not Arsenal. So you might as well just forget it. He's not coming to you. He's coming to us.
There you go. Jimbo has spoken. Paige says Spurs have nothing to be ashamed about. On the verge of winning, took the Champions League winners to pens. Big improvement from last season. Yeah, it was. It's just so disappointing. I always say to Jim, you don't very rarely get what you deserve in football, and it was one of those where the better team lost. But you know, I thought we'd lose, so I wasn't overly upset. If anything, it made me more positive about the season coming.
Yeah, the better team on the day didn't walk away with the trophy, but overall they're a much better team than us, Kate.
Of course they are.
I mean, you can say that they never had a proper pre-season. They just played in the Club World Cup. So, you know, you can say what you like. We went toe-to-toe with them, right, on the day that we was playing. Whatever happens to them in the last few weeks has nothing to do with us, right? They had a match to prepare for. If they never prepared for it properly, that's not our fault, right? We went toe-to-toe and ended up drawing over 90 minutes or 6 minutes, 2-2. So we can hold our heads high.
Yeah, and everyone's saying that PSG haven't had a pre-season. Look, at the end of the day, we've travelled halfway around the world. We've been to the Middle East. We've been to Germany. We've been all over the place. You've got jet lag. You've got travel times. You could argue that as well. I don't see why people are trying to mug us off by saying that PSG just were poor, when that clearly wasn't the case. I think we had a game plan, we executed it perfectly, and at the end, their quality just showed through. But onwards and upwards. And like Brian says, even the PSG manager, Enrique, said that Spurs were the better team. Yeah,
he showed some class there.
Mm-hmm.
I know they were partying 6 days ago, Matt, but and what?
Who cares? It ain't our fault. That's down to them, isn't it?
But yes, Matt, you think you're funny to living in. Daniel's coming in with fire today. He's absolutely had enough of Arsenal banter, and he's coming in with absolute fire today. But look, let's say I think there's far more positives to take from negatives. I'm glad the fan base aren't having a meltdown. I think I think people have realised that Thomas Frank knows what he's doing. He had a perfect game plan, just didn't have the quality, which is Tottenham all over at the minute, I'm afraid. But Sol says,
do you know what, Sol? I come on here and I said that Arsenal were the better team. You know, I didn't try and sugarcoat it. If you go and look back after that game at our stream, I said Arsenal were a much better team, and they lost.
Yep, indeed. But alas, it all starts tomorrow. The Premier League is back. It starts tomorrow night with Liverpool, Bournemouth. I can't quite believe it's back. I had all these ideas to bring to the channel for the Premier League pump ups and completely just never got round to doing it. So there we go. But we are going to predict what we think is going to happen in the first round of Premier League games. And also, it might be worth just talking about who we think might win the Premier League, because I think if Man City give us Savinho and we buy him and they go and get Rodrigo, I've said already give Liverpool the title, but I think that opens up a whole new can of worms if Man City sign Rodrigo, because he is incredible. So Jimbo, the first game of the weekend starts tomorrow night, Liverpool versus Bournemouth. I feel a little bit concerned for Bournemouth with the players they've lost. Oh, hello, Angus is here. Is he going to give it? Afternoon, all fair play, Kate. I did not expect that at all. You pushed the best team in the world all the way. Thank you, Angus. Very magnanimous of you. Matt needs to take a leaf out of your book for sure. But yes, Jimbo, Liverpool, Bournemouth. What do you fancy for this one?
I think if Liverpool are going to get caught off guard, it's going to be the first game. But I can't really see it. If it was a different team, I might have said that. I can't. They've lost players, Bournemouth, haven't they? And I can't really see them getting a win. It's. I'm going to go 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh, same as Thomasin. 3-1 to Jimbo. Paige says 3-0 Liverpool. Chang, what's your thoughts on this one? Liverpool, Bournemouth.
I think Liverpool are going to want to defend their league title by picking up their first win in their first match week of the new season. It's only a question of how many, but Bournemouth themselves are no pushovers, and I expect them to give Liverpool a run for their money. Having said that, I think I should just fall back to my tried and tested 2-1. It's going to be my 2-1 as always. Yeah, there we go. It's going to be a 2-1 to Liverpool for me, Miss Kate.
Yeah, well, the majority of the chat think it's going to be 3-1. That seems to be everyone's choice. Jess, what do you fancy for the Liverpool-Bournemouth game?
Before you ask, Jess, Daniel, we don't want that in here, mate. It's not that type of stream.
No, so, Matt's going to wind up. You know, the best thing to do is just ignore him and then he'll shut up. So, yeah, let's not have any of that, please. Spread the love, not the hate. Taking good vibes and spill out bad juju. But Jess, Liverpool, Bournemouth, what do you fancy?
2-0 Liverpool.
Oh, well, we all knew Jess was going to go for a Liverpool win. I've actually gone for 4-0 Liverpool. I think they're going to batter Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth could well go down
this season. I can't lie, I really do worry for Bournemouth this season.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I know what's coming. Easy 3 points for Leeds, but do you know what? I think Leeds might stand a chance this season, you know. There's a few teams there or thereabouts that could go down. So,
yeah, I think Brentford is another one that we got to be fearful
West Ham.
For. Yeah, West Ham. Exactly. So I don't think it's as clear cut. 2-0. Everybody's predicting Liverpool to win, obviously. But so that's the first game of the weekend. Then the first Saturday game is the lunchtime game, and it is Aston Villa versus Newcastle United. Mr. Chang, what do you fancy for Villa Newcastle?
This is also a difficult one to call. Newcastle, fresh after winning their first trophy in, I can't remember how many decades it's been since they last won anything, but I think they are going to want to try their best to give it a right goal for top 4. But at the same time, I don't think Unai Emery's Villa are going to be easy to beat at Villa Park. This is going to be a draw in my reckoning. I'm going to go for 1 apiece. It's going to finish 1-1 between Villa and Newcastle.
Oh, same as Angus. Jim, that's probably them picking up my parcel. Sorry. Jess, Aston Villa, Newcastle.
2-1 Aston Villa.
2-1 Aston Villa. I mean, Newcastle have had a weird window. They seem to be getting rejected by everyone, but then I don't see that Villa have done that much that I can think of.
Well, they've brought him in from France, and he's decent, the striker that they've brought in.
Yeah.
Ramsdale for Newcastle. Not sure.
Suppose the big thing is Villa have kept on held of a lot of their players that we thought might go. But you've done the same scoreline as me. I've gone Villa 2, Newcastle 1, purely because the home advantage, I think, will just about push it over for Aston Villa. Daniel, calm down, please. We don't want no threats of violence. The only threats of violence that happen in this room are my threats to Jimbo when I threatened to push him down the stairs. Apart from that, we don't want any of that nonsense. Good afternoon, Barbaric Disdain. Hope you're well. Villa are strong at home and we'll have too much. Yeah, that's the only way I've sort of come to the 2-1 conclusion. This is the last warning from Matt and Daniel. If you don't both calm down, I'm going to put you in timeout. Or go and have a cold shower or go and have a Tommy or something. Just calm down. He had to go to the front door. Jimbo, we have got Villa Newcastle as the lunchtime game. Big up David Shear as well. Good to see you. I'm
going to go for Villa here, Kate. What's Jess and Chang said?
Chang's gone 1-1. Me and Jess have gone 2-1 Villa.
Yeah, I think Villa. I think they're going to be in a little bit disarray in Newcastle, right? Because of all what's been going on there. So I'm going to actually go 3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa. That's 2 3-1s on the bounce, Jimbo. Is there something happening today? Is this going to be your scoreline all the way down?
No.
I know, I was only joking. Big up Jose as well. He's just come in. Good to see everybody in the chat. Please do smash a like. I always forget to ask, but please smash a like. Then, Jess, we've got Brighton and Hove Albion versus Fulham. What do you fancy?
Brighton.
2-1 to Brighton.
Have Fulham brought anybody in? I don't think they have the Fulham recruitment-wise.
I haven't heard anything about them.
Other than my knees going out to Atlanta, I haven't really heard a lot. Yeah, 2-1 Brighton for me, please.
What about Brighton losing? They could potentially be losing Belieber, I believe. To Manchester United. To Manchester United, yeah. 100
million though, innit? I think they're going to have to sell Man United before they get him in. But if Man United get him in as a goalkeeper, they could be ones to watch this season. It pains me to say it.
I know. I have gone for this one, a 1-1 draw. Same as Fiona, just because I couldn't make my mind up which way to go. So I thought I'd just go for the draw. Angus and Daniel have both gone for a Fulham win. Sol and Mark have both gone for 1-1 like me. Jimbo, what do you fancy for Fulham? Fulham, sorry.
2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton. I reckon Chang might have picked 2-1 Brighton as well. What are you thinking, Chang?
You guessed it correctly, Miss Kate. You absolutely guessed it correctly. But this is going to be another 2-1 home win as well. I am going to mirror Mr. Boxall and Miss Jessie's 2-1 home win scoreline for this.
So everyone said 2-1 except me, and I broke the pattern with a draw. Typical Kate. Should have just stuck with the masses. Then we got Sunderland, West Ham, Jess. Oh, Sunderland have done some good business. West Ham haven't.
The thingy captain, aren't they?
Xhaka. Just named him captain.
Sunderland. I'm worried as a Leeds fan regarding Sunderland, but I've gone for a Sunderland win there. I've gone 2-1 Sunderland at home. I think they'll be decent. West Ham have lost kudos, haven't they? I've watched them in pre-season a little bit. West Ham don't look great. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to Sunderland.
Yeah, that's exactly the scoreline I've gone for as well. 2-1. I think Sunderland will stay up this year. I think they've done some really good business.
Honestly, I think Xhaka's the difference between relegation and staying up. The experience that guy brings for Sunderland, it's immense. Can't lie.
I really like him. I hated him when he played for Arsenal. I hated playing against him, but I just think he's such a good player. And yeah, I think they've done enough to stay up this year. But West Ham hopefully might go down with any luck. Sorry to anyone who's a West Ham fan. Definitely. But Jimbo, Sunderland, West Ham.
I'm going to go 3-1 Sunderland.
Oh. 3-1. Another 3-1.
I knew you'd done 3-1 the other game as well, but changed it.
Oh, okay. Well, I really hope now that Brighton win 3-1. Sorry, Jim, but just for the bands. Mr. Chang, Brighton, no, not Brighton, Fulham, Sunderland, West Ham. What do you fancy?
This would be my first away win prediction for match week 1. I'm thinking West Ham are still too strong for Sunderland, who have just been promoted back to the Premiership as well. And I think West Ham are going to win this by 2-1. So it's going to be Sunderland 1, West Ham United 2.
Ben's telling us off for having boring scores when he's coming in with 16-16 and 10-2 and stuff. Ben, some of us aren't on drugs this morning. Some of us are actually feeling quite normal. Ben Boy is back with the cricket scores. Yes, he is. Next game, Jimbo, oh my God, is Tottenham versus Burnley. Would have felt a lot more comfortable going into this with a nice win under our belts with the Super Cup, but I'm hoping that they still feel quite positive. Burnley, what are you thinking, Jimbo?
4-0.
What's Burnley?
I'm not even going to answer that.
4-0 Spurs. Did Sean Dyche used to manage Burnley?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they used to always do a number on us or just do it where we just could never score. Well, I'm glad to see the whole chat is saying Tottenham to win, so that's good. Mr. Chang, our first game of the season, Tottenham-Burnley, what do you fancy?
I'm going to go for my same prediction as I made for our Super Cup final against PSG. Once again, I am still going to stick with my tried and tested 2-1 prediction. It's going to finish 2 to Tottenham and 1 to the away team.
Oh, Chang, why'd you do that to me? These nails ain't going to last. If we start doing 2-1s, I can't cope. Jess, Spurs, Burnley.
3-1 Spurs.
See, that's more like it. A bit of a lead. I've gone 2-0. I don't think Burnley will even score. So big up, LA. Good to see you over in Vegas. Jess needs to realise if I put bets on due to her predictions and lose, I'm holding her solely responsible. Well, I tell you what, you've got more chance with Jess's predictions than Jimbo's because it'll be 3-0, 4-0 every week for Spurs. So I think he got maybe 3 right out of the whole of last season.
Yeah, very important ones I got right. All that matters.
If you say so, darling, you just carry on.
4-0 City, only me.
You can't live on that for the rest of your life that you've got a 1 right.
When we beat City 4-0 and I predicted it, yes, I can live on it. Thank you.
What's Binders put? Can you put me down for 2-1 Bournemouth, 3-1 Arsenal, please?
Get out of here.
Yeah, go on, piss off, Binders. Then we've got Shane, we've got Wolves versus Manchester City. What are you thinking?
This is going to be only my second and I believe also my final away win prediction for match week 1. For me, it's going to finish Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Manchester City 2. So it's going to be a 2-1 away win for the visitors.
I'd never have guessed you were going to say 2-1, Chang. That's completely out of the blue. Jess, Man City away to Wolves. What was that, sorry? 3-1. Yeah. 3-1 to City. I can't see it. Wolves are another team. I'm a little bit wary of, a little bit worried for them as well. Paige refuses to predict Manchester City to win, so she's gone for a Wolves win. 4-0 City, 3-1 City, 2-1 City. Kate and Jimbo, I think predictions going forward, you shouldn't be thinking of conceding more than 2 goals generally. Frank is a very, very good structure coach. Yep, I agree. 3-0 City, 2-0 City. Jimbo, what do you fancy?
4-0.
To Wolves. I've gone the same as Chang for this one. I've gone 2-1, but I think I'm actually being very kind to Wolves there. But I'm not going to change. We'll keep it at 2-1. But we'll have to wait and see. But I do worry a little bit for Wolves this year. Then we've got Forest versus Brentford, and I hope Forest lose and get relegated. But Jess, what do you fancy for Nottingham Forest Brentford?
Unfortunately, 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. I'm in the same opinion as you, but I think Brentford this season may struggle a little bit. Wiesa won't be playing, will he?
No.
I know they've brought Henderson in, they've brought Kelleher in from Liverpool, but Keith Andrews is, let's be honest, he's untested in Premier League. I do worry.
Why do you think Whistle won't be playing?
Because he's training on his own. He's training on his own. He wants to go to Newcastle.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so that's the only reason. Personally, I'm in the same opinion as Kate. After what they did to Palace, I'd love to see him relegated. I can't lie. But I think they'll be too strong at home, Forest. I'm going to go 2-1 to Forest, unfortunately.
And what that fat bastard Marinakis did to us with Morgan Gibbs-White. I just can't stand. I always had a soft spot for Forest. I wanted them to come up, but I can't bear them. I can't bear their chairman, and their fans really piss me off because they've got right out of their box. So I hope they go down. That's me. But I've gone the same as you, Jess. I've done 2-1 to Forest, unfortunately. Thought I'd get that off my chest to get out the anger. Jimbo, what do you fancy for Forest Brentford?
I'm going to go 1-1, Kate.
1-1.
Yeah.
Are you of the agreement, like me and Jess, that Brentford could struggle this season?
Yeah, I think Keith Andrews. Look, when obviously Franks went to Spurs, you're looking at it and you're thinking you'd probably go for a Premier League experience manager now. I know he's been on backroom staff with Keith Andrews, but that is a massive job to take on in your first managerial job, in my opinion. And I don't want to see Brentford get relegated, but realistically, I genuinely believe they're in trouble this season, Brentford. Yeah. I can't lie.
I don't think Forest are going to do as good as last season either.
No, not
do I. Midweek football as well to contend with the Thursday, Sunday. It's a massive difference, isn't it?
Yeah. And the thing is, as well, Brentford have lost their biggest sort of positive in Thomas Frank, and then they've lost Mbeumo. They're going to lose Bissar. I just really, really feel that they're going to be in trouble. Big up to Guna Paul, who says, afternoon, Jim, Kate and crew. Brilliant show as always. Unlucky Spurs last night. You guys deserve to win it. Thomas Frank changes working already. Big up the show. Very magnanimous. And yeah, very positive as a Spurs fan to see the changes that Thomas Frank has made already. We look completely different, especially at the back. So, Mr. Chang, Forest Brentford, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to mirror Mr. Boxer's prediction for this match. I too think it's going to finish 1 apiece between Forest and Brentford.
Do you see Brentford struggling this season, Chang?
Yes, I do. Yes, I honestly do. And the only comfort, or rather the only thing I think for Brentford to take any comfort from is that if they can just make it count where it matters at home, then I think they might have a good chance of staying up. But it's these away games that are going to be very, very challenging for them. And Forest is going to provide its first big test for them. But I'm still hopeful that they will avoid defeat on the opening match week of the new season. So yeah, I'm sticking with my 1-1 draw for this game, and Brentford are going to struggle. But if I had to put money on it, I'm going to say that Brentford actually do survive relegation this season.
Okay. I do think it will be the first season for a while where the 3 teams that come up don't all go straight back down. I think it will be a different group of people going down this year. Chelsea Crystal Palace, Jimbo. Chelsea look dangerous to me this season, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, they do. But I mean, it depends as well if Eze is going to be there or not. That it's going to make a huge difference. But they're a bit resilient, Palace, aren't they? They really get stuck in and dig in, you know. It's at Chelsea, isn't it? So it's.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking that Eze's not going to be there.
What, for the game on Saturday, or just for going forward?
No, I don't think he'll be there for Saturday. I think he'll be doing a medical with us.
Oh, I hope you're right. I love your positivity, Jimbo. You make me crease. Mr. Chang, Chelsea Palace, what are your thoughts?
Well, I think it won't take a mystic. It's not going to take, mystic to guess my predictions for this game. I still feel that Chelsea have too much firepower, and far too many signings too come to that to not pick up all 3 points against Palace on Saturday. I think it's going to finish 2-1 to Chelsea. And yeah, I'm sticking to this prediction. It's going to be Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1.
And Jesse, what do you fancy?
3-1 to Chelsea, unfortunately. They've recruited well, haven't they, Kate, to be fair? I'd maybe want to watch this season, Chelsea, I can't lie.
I've done the same as you again. I've done the same as you again, Jess. I think they're one to watch. I think they could quite easily mount a title challenge this year. What was you going to say, Jimbo?
Have you noticed what Chang's doing? He's just copying my scores because because I won last year. Because I won last year, he wants to copy me.
You came last by a bloody mile last year.
Oh, did I? I thought I won.
You
did I not win last year?
In your world, you did, darling. That's all that matters. In your little world, you won. For those in the chat that are asking, hang on, let me just share my screen. I know there's a few people that have been asking this question. Where is it? What's going on? Is it showing on StreamYard or not? No, not yet. Bugger off with your ads. We don't want to see that. This is how many days it's been since Arsenal last won a trophy. It's been 5 years, 12 days, 17 hours, 51 minutes and 29 seconds since Arsenal last won a trophy. So for those that were querying and couldn't quite remember, it's been that long, which is the longest trophy drought in the top 6 at the moment. So just a little bit of information for everyone there, because you learn something new every day here on Kate and Jimbo. We're just full of useless information. But we have got talked about useless. We have got Manchester United next versus Woolwich. Talking of useless information and teams and what have you. Jimbo's the oracle, the wrong oracle, but yeah. Chang, we've got Man United versus Woolwich. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that I'm still going to stick to my principles from last season and never ever going to be, predicting a Woolwich win, regardless of the opposition. This is going to be my third and final 1-1 draw prediction for match week 1. It's going to finish 1 apiece between Manchester United and Woolwich.
Yeah, this is a horrible, horrible game because I don't really want either of them to get anything out of it. Jess, what do you think?
I've gone a 2-2 Dago.
Jess and me are on the same wavelength, so I've gone 2-2.
Oh, if we go for the draw, it's easier.
Yeah. Look, Man United, I think they are building a good squad. Arsenal, the Gyökeres Tesco derby. I like that. We got to see how he does. Arsenal against us were terrible, or maybe we made them look terrible. But Jim, what do you fancy? Manchester United with Arsenal?
Well, there's a few things to look at. Arsenal have got their normal settled team, right, with a few add-ons and a few good add-ons, I might say. So they're going to be a force this year without any shadow of a doubt. But Man United have bought well, and Man United are at home, and we all know what Man United are like in one-off important games, and this is going to be important to them. So I think it's going to be a really, really hard game for both teams. If it was the team of last year with United, I would have said Arsenal, but I'm going to go with a 1-1. I think it'll be a draw.
Now you're copying Chang.
I think but Chang, he read my mind. You don't know his like. He read my mind.
The thing is, they're not normally that good games. They're normally quite boring. But look, we hope so. And so don't start all this. The Champions League size used to drop down. It's easier now because when you were in the Europa League, you got knocked out not by one of the big Champions League teams, but by one of the normal teams. So don't go coming with all that old Tom Noddy with me. I will not have it. And the fact your name's Sol, I definitely won't have it. If we play,
it's in Tottenham's cabinet. That's all that matters.
All that's in yours is dust. Reports stating Tell's being racist. Yeah, it loads of abuse. Terrible. Tottenham did release a statement this morning. It's it's a disgrace. But Jess, then we've got your team, Jess. I literally haven't watched. I don't really know much about Leeds anymore. I've got to be honest. So I'm taking. I've took a stab in the dark here with Leeds. But what are you thinking against Everton first game of the season?
2-1, the mighty Leeds. Let's go.
Do you say that with your head or your heart?
Both. We're decent at home, Kate. Listen, away from home, it might be a different story, but home, Leeds is a fortress, man. It's a hostile place to come. I can't even lie, you know. I'm not saying Everton have recruited well. Dewsbury, all they've got in. They've got, obviously, our Jack they've brought in. But I've got to go for Leeds, and I can't go for anything else. So 2-1 to Leeds.
Yeah. Well, I've got 1-1. I've literally gone 1-1 because I just don't know how Leeds are. I obviously know that it's a hostile place to go. But I've done 1-1. But a lot of people tipping 2-1 Leeds. So I could well be wrong here. Matt's done the same as me. Ellen Road is a fortress. Come on the Whites. This game should be fun with the signings that Everton have made. Jess, I'm going to ask you a question, and I don't want you to take offence when I ask you this question. Are Leeds still considered from the Championship? Are they considered I don't want to say a dirty side. Are they a physical side? Because I don't think they are physical. Yeah.
That's why we're known as dirty Leeds, Kate. There's no offence taken. Yeah, definitely.
No, but I mean, the dirty Leeds thing come from years ago when I was growing up. I remember people used to call them dirty Leeds. I don't know if they still do. Do they still call them dirty Leeds?
Yeah, we're still known as dirty Leeds, yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, well, they're fitting well with Arsenal and that because they're filthy. So, but Jimbo, I've done a draw here. Leeds Everton. What are you thinking?
Well, I just want to point out to Matt that if he's going to talk about Tottenham's history, which you shouldn't really know anything about because I know shit about Arsenal's history, right? You've put we won 18 trophies in our history. We've actually won 26 trophies. So if you're going to talk about Spurs, please get your facts right. Otherwise, don't talk about them. You stick to your little North London club that should be owned South London. Right? Where was we?
We was talking about Leeds and Everton.
Do you know what? I don't know. I know one player Leeds are buying, which Jess is not very happy about. Let's see. I don't know.
Ironically, he goes on the Skulls winning against Everton.
Leeds home. I'm going to go draw. I will go 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, that's when I remember Leeds with the likes of Boya when they had that little group, and then they're the team that Michael Dewsbury told tales. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just checking that I'm in the right team because I'm getting old. Mr. Chang, Leeds Everton, what do you fancy?
This is actually one of the hardest games to call on the opening match week of the new season. I think I'm still going to stick to my prediction, which I've sent to you before we started this show. But I honestly think that this game is going to be won and lost by just how well Jack Grealish is going to be playing for Everton. And for me, I thought it was a no-brainer to get Jack Grealish from Man City, but I doubted that Man City wants to do business with another top 4 rival. So we've had to miss out on Jack Grealish, but hopefully this doesn't dampen Leeds United's resolve to still be in the Premiership come next season. I will be sticking to my 2-1 prediction here, Miss Kate. It's going to be my 5th. This is my 5th and final 2-1 prediction for match week 1.
So you're doing Leeds to win?
That is correct. Leeds to win by 2-1.
I forgot Grealish is playing for Everton, but I mean, Chang, you're obviously gutted that we didn't get him. I think we dodged a bit of a bullet. I'm not going to lie.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is with me, but I have this fixation on just trying to fill our homegrown quota so that we might possibly push the boat out for tried and tested, proven foreign imports to help out with the team. And you saw with your own eyes. You saw with your own eyes just how good Kudus is. So that is why I am preferring Eberechi Eze over Savinho. And for me, I think Jack Grealish, despite what he might have been through or, the issues or problems that he's had at Manchester City, I honestly feel that he's still very much a class player. And the fact that we missed out signing him when he was only, 10 million pounds before his big money move to City, I think that's going to, be one of those that slips away. And yeah, mark my words, when Everton take on Leeds United, it's going to be Jack Grealish who decides who wins and loses next time.
Yeah, do you know what? You could be right, but Angus is spot on here. We have won trophies, but we haven't won a proper one in 5 years, so we can't banter them anymore. And this is what Terry said to me on the terrace last night. He said, I hate that we've given you that. We can't say to you, well, you don't win anything anymore because you've just won something. You hold a current title. What's Arteta doing in your bedroom, Jess?
He's got an head as well. Big up to Lego head. Just to make these gooners remember when they come in mine, Angus and Vinders.
Yeah, know your place. Going to do a prediction now for the top 4. I know it's difficult because the window's still open. I had to do a prediction of the whole table, and I put Spurs in 5th because I'm assuming we're still going to bring in 2 good players. But if we don't, I'm going to say 7th. But I was going to call you William then, Jim. Jimbo, who do you fancy is going to win the Premier League this season?
There's only one team winning it, isn't there?
Oh, please don't say Spurs. Please don't say Spurs, Jimbo.
Why?
Don't do it.
Why not?
Yeah, Spurs.
Oh, God.
Spurs are going to win the league. Why are you laughing?
Because it's not going to happen.
In my head, it's happening.
Oh, my God. You're so funny. I swear to God. Oh, Jimbo, I thought you was actually going to be sensible for once. He did say this last season. And look what happened. Exactly. Jim is the kiss of death. Chang, who do you have as champions this year?
City. I'm backing Manchester City to get back to winning ways, and no better way to do it than to wrestle the Premiership from Liverpool.
Yeah, I mean, if City do go and sign Rodrigo, massive chance. Jess, I assume I know that you're going to go with the same as Angus, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Liverpool for me.
Yeah.
Yes, Angus, I am like tonight. I'm doing Hibs.
I'm going with Liverpool as well. I think their recruitment this window has been unbelievable, and even though they did lose the Charity Shield the other day, at that first half they look at times they look so dangerous. So I've gone with Liverpool to win. Jimbo, who are you having as second place? Chelsea or Arsenal going to come second again, or are they dropping down?
No. No, I'm going to go Liverpool.
Leeds. Can you imagine if it was Tottenham first, Leeds second? You'd get an absolute fortune if you put a bet on that.
1,000-1 Leeds out to win league.
Wow, well, Leicester did it. You never know. Leicester did do it. Mr. Chang, who you got as second place finishes?
I think it's going to be Liverpool. I know they're going to give City a run for their money, and I think it's going to be a very, very tight finish to this season. But make no mistake, I think Liverpool are title contenders, but Manchester City might be, a bit too much for them. And for me, I think Liverpool more than deserve to finish runners-up this season.
Yeah, I have gone for City to finish second. I think Arsenal will lose their second place trophy this season, I'm afraid, the trophy dodgers. But Jim, who haven't I asked? Jess, I haven't asked you. Who's going to finish second?
Manchester City for me.
Yeah. Let's see. What on earth will Lego Head do if he doesn't finish second? I mean, they get that every year. It's second place trophy. I mean, Ben says, what does Ben say? In all seriousness, my top 4 in order is Liverpool, Chelsea, City, then Arsenal. Wow. Jimbo, third place. So we got Tottenham, Liverpool for you. Who's coming third?
City.
Man City. Mr. Chang, who's getting third place trophy?
I think it's going to be Chelsea. They have recruited far too many players to be missing on top four. And yeah, for me, I think they are easily the third best team right now, especially their squad that they've managed to acquire this summer. For me, I think it's going to be a big travesty for them if they don't finish inside the top three. So yeah, Chelsea are going to be my firm favourites for third this season.
Yeah. Jess, are you of agreement? Do you think Chelsea finish higher than Arsenal?
Yeah, I'm going to go Chelsea third.
Wow. Wow. Well, I've gone Arsenal third. So I'm the only one. Well, Jim hasn't even got to Chelsea and Arsenal yet because he put Tottenham to win the league. So, but I actually have got Chelsea, Arsenal to finish third place. Jimbo, who's coming fourth then? We've got Tottenham winning it, Liverpool second, Man City third. Who's
Why
getting
laughing?
fourth? Just you. You just make me laugh.
Chelsea.
So Arsenal finished outside the top four.
Yeah, definitely.
Jim will have Arsenal 20th, Kate. Yeah, look, you could be right. I don't think this. Why do you think Chelsea finished above Arsenal? What's the reasoning?
Well, my reasoning is because I don't like
Yeah.
Arsenal. I don't like Arsenal.
That's a good reason.
I think Chelsea have bought really well, and they've shown what they are over the summer with the World Cup. And look, I said this ages and ages ago, Kate, when everyone was taking the piss out of Chelsea. What did I used to say to you when we're sitting talking? You can take the piss out of them as much as you like, but they'll be back with a bang. This is Chelsea, and they will be back with a bang. And they will win the Premier League within the next, I reckon, 2 to 3 seasons.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Mr. Chang, what's your reasoning why you think Chelsea finished above Arsenal? Is it their recruitment?
I think I mentioned earlier the players that they've accrued, along with if we just watch the way they went about their business in the Club World Cup, as well as the Conference League, that in itself is food for thought. And given their investment, I honestly feel that they have one of the best, if not the best squad right now. Maybe just lacking a few winners to make them title contenders. And if you were to ask me between Maresca and Arteta, I'd comfortably pick Maresca to finish above Arteta this season, which is why I'm going for Chelsea as my third place finisher in the new season.
Yeah.
Back to you, Misty.
Just same reason? Is it the recruitment with Chelsea? I mean, they've brought in some brilliant players.
Recruitment-wise, they've done very well. They've just won Club World Cup Challenge as well. But PSG, they've looked really good in pre-season. I can't lie. They demolished AC Milan last week, and I think they'll have a very good season under Maresca. I can't lie.
Well, I can't make that argument because I've actually got Arsenal to finish above Chelsea. So to finish my 4 off, I've got Chelsea to finish 4th. So I've got Liverpool, City, Arsenal, and Chelsea on my 4. Jim's got Tottenham, Liverpool, Man City, and Chelsea. Mr. Chang, you've got Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, and who's getting 4th?
Well, as much as I would like it to be us, it's going to be a tall order for us to break into the top 4. But okay, all right. So the 4th place finisher in the Premiership this season is going to be Spurs. Spurs are going to finish 4th this season. Thank you, Mr. Boxall.
Have confidence.
So we're going to finish above Arsenal.
I am fairly confident. Oh,
I love it.
By the way, before I move on, I'd just like to point out that I just saw the odds of us winning the Premiership this season. We actually went from 14-1, and we are now listed as 7-2 to win the Premiership. So our odds have actually increased dramatically after last night's Super Cup final, which is actually a big indictment of our progression under Thomas Frank, although I think it's still a long shot. But for us to have improved the odds of winning the Premiership title from 18-1 to 7-2 says a lot about.
How can we only be 7-2 to win the league? That is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's
Are you
absolutely
sure?
ridiculous.
Let me have a look.
I'm looking here at unless William and Hill have messed it up and it's 7-1, but this is what I'm seeing here on the William and Hill betting site. The revised odds.
Revenite, the only people that are Ange out are Frank out are the few Ange supporters that are left. But no normal person with half a brain is going to say Frank out after watching that incredible performance last night. They need a slap if that's what they've said. And Jess, your fourth place.
Spurs.
Oh, wow. I look like a really bad person now because I'm the only one who hasn't put Spurs in the top 4.
Get faith in your team, sweetheart.
I mean, Jess said right from the off last year that Tottenham would win a European trophy, and we did. So, you know, you can't count that you said that, Jimbo, because you said we'd win 3 or 4.
And? I got
you
one
kind of covered your back. You covered your back.
I got one right, didn't I? You can't say that. You can't change the goalpost, darling.
55-1 on the betting exchange Spurs. We cannot. I mean, 16-1. It would be as low as I would ever imagine us to go. But I've got Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Chelsea. I think if Tottenham buy Eze and Savinho, we can get 5th. I think that's possible. I just think those 4 are levels above us, unfortunately. Angus has Spurs finishing 6th to 10th. Yeah, but that's hopium with you.
Your bias is showing, Angus. Just remember.
Yeah, your bias is showing. Any trophies you can see us winning this year, Jess? You know, I like to get your tips. Who was right last year?
Carabao Cup for me.
That's the one I think we've got a big chance of winning, because you do find a lot of the bigger teams, if you like, don't put out their top teams. I think we've got a chance of the Carabao Cup. I'll take it all day long. Chang, do you see Tottenham possibly winning a trophy this year?
For me, hopefully it's going to be the FA Cup, although I think that's going to be a lot harder compared to the League Cup. My gut feeling says that we will have a good chance of going one step further in the League Cup than last season and actually making it to the final. And as much as I would want to win the League Cup, I honestly feel that the FA Cup is the one target we should be going for. So yeah, for me, my prediction is that we will win the FA Cup.
What's the price, Jim?
Wow,
it's 50-1, and I just had a bet on it.
Oh my God! What did you put on it?
£1.54.
You might as well just give that to me to go and buy a drink, because I'll have something to show for it at the end of the season. You won't. Bloody hell, Jimbo. Do you see us winning the trophy this year? And if so, which one?
FA Cup and Carabao Cup.
You couldn't even just say one. You had to say 2.
Yeah, why not?
Mind you, I'm glad you didn't say the Champions League.
Why am I going to pick another team to win a cup when I know we can win both?
We may get 5th if we get Eze and Sab, otherwise 10th. I think 7th is round about where I put us if we went in without those 2. I don't think we're going to be 10th, 11th, anywhere near that. I think people are just going on last year. I know Jimbo just throws money down the drain. £1.54 on us to win the league. What an absolute joke!
I had a bet each way.
So we got to finish in the top 3 or 4.
I think it's top 3, but I'm confident of that.
Yeah, look, this would be nice. Cup double for the mighty Spurs with Tell leading us to glory. I'd love that for the kid. I would love it. I did it with Johnson. I cheered him on when everyone else was against him, and I'm really going to try and back Tell so hard. I just want him to come good. You know, he's only a child. He's only just older than my son. So, but for people to be giving him abuse is so unnecessary. So if Savinho goes to Spurs, City push for Rodrigo, and apparently they're in for Donnarumma as well. Revenite says a cup's more realistic than us finishing top 3. What do you say to that, Jim? You've got us as top one.
Look, what people need to understand, right, is I'm a Spurs supporter. I'm not a Liverpool supporter. I'm not a City supporter. I'm not an Arsenal supporter. I'm not a Chelsea supporter. I'm a Spurs supporter. So I'm going to back my team. And if it doesn't come off, at least I know I back my team. Backed them to win European glory, and we got it. So
what's that, Matt? Judging from the ignoring, I can see there's clear agenda. Absolutely fine with that, but I got sent threats from a Middlesex supporter for bantering. I don't know what you're going on about, Matt.
well, why is he being weird? We ain't ignoring him.
No, I've tried to bring out everyone. I don't know what that's so about. Yeah, Jim's that confident. He put £1.54 each way. You've got to cover your back.
Well, I don't like to gamble big.
No need for abuse for Tell. He's a great player. Saka, Tell, Sterling, whoever, no room for it. Banter's fine. Abuse to players, no need. When we had Roy Hodgson, I didn't think we'd win the league. Jimbo, come on. Jimbo, are you a Kate supporter?
So I am. It's my wife. They'll definitely do part. Sometimes the death might come quicker with the stairs, but
yeah, maybe. Pep Guardiola has already had constructive talks with Gianluigi Donnarumma about a move to City. Enzo Rio, I can't say that name, values his client at €25 million with 1 year left. Great signing if they get him. Yeah, Jimmy, look, I know a lot of people don't rate Tell, and I can understand why. And I thought he was poor when he came on yesterday, but I will be cheering him on and hoping that he does prove people wrong, because he's just trying to learn his trade. It's going to take him a little while to settle in. It's not his fault that we paid a ridiculous amount of money for him. PSG want 50 mil. Still a fantastic keeper.
it's not that old either, is he, Kate?
26, 27?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's right. He's one of the best keepers in the world.
To be fair, Revenite, I knew Van der Ven had missed as well, and Jim said it the minute he stepped up. He shouldn't even be taking a penalty. He's a centre-back.
As soon as I saw him taking a penalty, I said, well, we'll miss this one. I know he's not a penalty taker. It's just not. I mean, if you watch the training, I watch all their training sessions. He's not one for scoring goals. He's not with his head, maybe.
Yeah.
It's just, I know he poached that goal, but he's not a penalty taker. But it is what it is. At least he had the balls to get up there and take it. I'll give him that. Under that sort of pressure.
Do you know what? Before we go, I'm just going to ask, Jess, who do you think are the three teams going down?
West Ham, Brentford, and Burnley.
Brentford, Burnley.
Burnley.
They go up and down like yo-yos, Burnley. I'm having Burnley for sure to go down. I'm going to have Brentford to go down. I'd love it to be West Ham. I would love it. I'd love it so much to be West Ham.
Yeah, do you know what, Kate? Angus is right, is what he's just said. Angus has said, let me show you this. But he is the right keeper for City. He doesn't play well the way Pep wants. And he's 100% right there. He's not great with his feet. Is he playing out?
Arsenal, Chelsea, and West Ham. That'd be a dream. I've gone Burnley, Brentford, and Bournemouth, the three Bs, to go down this year. Chang, who do you fancy to get the drop this year?
I think my first candidate would be Sunderland. As much as I want to see Premiership football be played at the Stadium of Light next season, that's a good reason why Sunderland haven't been back in the Premiership for a good long while now. And for me, the first candidates for relegation would be Sunderland for me. Then you have Burnley. I think although they are not exactly favorites, but given how they barely made it past last season as well, I think it's going to be very tough for them to stay up this season, seeing as how pretty much all the other clubs around them are strengthening, even Sunderland too, to a certain extent. So Burnley will be my second team. The third team now to be relegated, I think it's going to be a tough one to pick. But I've actually gone for Wolves. I've actually gone for Wolverhampton Wanderers to be relegated. They themselves also barely scraped it to get past last season. And unless they actually do some smart business really, really fairly soon, I can actually see them, getting relegated this season. And as such, my 3 clubs to be relegated would be Burnley, Sunderland, and last but not least, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Back
That's
to
a
you,
good
Miss
call with Wolves, actually. I think that is a good call. Jimbo, what about you? Who are you going for?
To go down.
Yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah.
What 3 come up? Leeds, Burnley,
Sunderland.
I think Burnley will go back down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about Wolves. They're quite a tough team, aren't they?
Brentford?
It's hard, isn't it?
Feel free to say Leeds, Jim. I'm in a line with it. Do you know
Well,
what? If we go down, I'm not going to start kicking off like on content creators regarding Leeds list. I'm very in line with it. We probably will get relegated next season. But if we don't, we'll play.
I try and think realistically, right? Like
realistically, it's going to be tough for us this season. I know.
But I think Leeds are going to be really hard to beat at home. I think Wolves are going to be really hard to beat at home, right? Burnley, I don't really see that. I think that they go back down. West Ham, I think with their manager, Fraud Potter, I think he'll take them down. I'm not sure the other one. Sunderland, I'm going to go Sunderland, and I'll tell you why. Right, because I think they've bought too many players, and you can't afford not to gel in the Premiership, and they need to gel quick because all of a sudden you're on the back foot. And when you're down there on the back foot, it's hard to get back out of it. So I'm going to go Sunderland. No, I don't think Leeds will go down, Jess. If I did, I would say so. But I think they're going to be too good at home.
You make me laugh. I'm going to be realistic. You've got Tottenham to win the league and 2 cups, and you're talking about realism.
I am being realistic. I'm backing my team.
Exactly. He's so dolly, I swear. Listen, Chang, what's coming up for you with regards to streaming? What's happening over at Spurs Diehards?
Well, Spurs Diehards, I believe they have a stream coming up tomorrow night, on a Friday night, sometime 9, maybe 10 p.m. I've yet to check the timetable for that, but they will definitely be streaming tomorrow as a sort of a post Super Cup final review before the start of the new metric of the new season. And then on Sunday as well, there's also going to be a late night show sometime around 9 or 10. Also, it's going to be a post match week 1 review on Sunday night over at Spurs Diehards. So yeah, that is the foreseeable fixtures for Spurs Diehards. Thank you very much for having me back for the new season, Miss Kate. Can't wait for you to get started. Come on, you Spurs. And without further ado, it's back to you.
Always lovely to have you on the channel, Chang. One of the favourites with the viewers as well, always. Jess, I can ask you what's going on at your channel because there's always a million things going on. What's going on over at JSY Talks Football?
I think we're doing Hibernian tonight against Partizan Belgrade. Tomorrow it's Liverpool Bournemouth. Quiz at weekend. Watch alongs every night. You know me. We're always on. We're always doing some. Me and Stace. We're there or thereabouts. But yeah, just to reiterate what Chan said, thank you very much for having me on. It's been a nice show.
Always welcome. Always welcome. Please do go over, if you haven't already, I'm pretty sure everyone here probably has, and sub to both the channels. We aren't back tomorrow because I'm at the dentist, so we're back Monday, although I am on the football terrace at 5 o'clock tonight trying to wave the flag for Spurs and not get called Spursy every 5 minutes. Jimbo, do you want to thank you, obviously, Chang and Jess for coming on?
Yeah.
Do you want to end the show? Because, only you can do it the way you do it.
Well, look, last night was, I think there's a lot to take out of last night. Very encouraging. It was only the changes that lost us it. If we'd have had the right subs on the bench, we would never have lost last night. There is a treble incoming, right? The league, the FA Cup, and the League Cup. Mark my words. And just think, right? if we get through on the Champions League, the group stages, which I expect us to, right, and then you start playing one-off games, who knows? It could be a four-timer for Tottenham. The Champions League could be there as well. So this is a massive season for the mighty Spurs. Get behind the European champions. Second tier, but we're still European champions. Oh, Spurs.
Giving opinions with no regret, smashing the top bins like in the onion net. Talking the talk with Kate and Jim, and walking the walk, just listen in. The perfect match, Kate and Jim, getting at it. Kate and Jim are gonna smash it. Reviews, previews, opinions and laughter. Mix and transfer news, it's what you're after. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match. You just got to latch onto that perfect match. Jimbo always keeps a positive spin, while Kate's Mickey has a name dropping. Gets you out of the blue like Lenny stop robbing, or she's just flip-flopping. Hell, this place is popping. The perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match. The perfect match, the perfect match, you just got to latch onto that perfect match.